Peter Tucic demonstrates the Eyepal ROL from ABiSee.
Hello, my name is Peter Tucic. I am an Assistive Technology Specialist here at the Chicago Lighthouse. Today we are going to be demonstrating the Eyepal ROL, which is made by ABiSee. This product is available in our retail store. The Eyepal ROL is basically a standalone reading machine. It will provide OCR. It also allows one to save documents, and it will also allow a user to have a calendar that is accessible with date and time reminders, as well as it reads in several languages, and it is very easy to use. And we're going to explore it briefly, and we'll see what it's able to do. The Eyepal ROL is about 1 foot tall and about 1 foot wide. The top of the device is going to have a series of buttons. Moving from left to right, you'll notice that both on the left and right side of the device, at the very top, we're going to have 2 buttons, and they feel like they're sort of on the shoulders of the device. The left button, the furthest to the left on the shoulder, if you will, is going to be our back button. And the right side of the device, that button is going to be our action button. Those are going to be the most we mainly will use those buttons to go through our menus and things like that. Directly below those buttons on both the left and the right, we have what are called action wheels. These wheels are going to move us through menus, as well as we can use them to navigate text once we've taken a photo. As we move to the right, along the top of the device, you're going to find there are 4 arrow buttons with a middle select button. That's going to be used also for text navigation, as well as play and pause, which is the middle select button. As we move further over, the big round button with the dot in the middle, that is our home button, which will always take us to our main menu. And further to the right, it's going to be our volume knob. And directly below that will be our button that is going to be our take picture button, which will activate the camera in order for us to take a picture of our document that we want to be reading. And as I said, all the way to the right, we're going to have our action button, and directly below that, our right action wheel. On the left side of the device, there is a USB port. We can save documents and or books to USB storage drive. You can also save them internally. The other thing to make note of is the power button. That button is going to be on the bottom left side of the device, on the front face, and directly below the power button is going to be our 1/8" headphone jack that will allow us to put our headphones in if we don't want to use the internal speaker. Now we're going to explore basically learn how to navigate the menus and explore them. We're going to hit our home button, which as soon as the device turns on, it's going to bring us to our main menu. At any time, we can return to that main menu by hitting our home button. So we're going to press that. Again, that's the circular button on the top with the dot.
Main menu, settings.
We are now in our main menu. As it said, our first option is going to be settings. To move up and down the menu, we're going to use that right action wheel, and we're going to go down 1 click with it.
Help.
And that'll be our next setting. We'll go down again. And apparently we've reached the end, so we're going to go back up.
Settings.
And we're going to
Clock.
We have a clock that's going to give us our date and time. Our settings are going to give us options such as controlling the voice, speed of voice. You can customize this main menu that we're in right now and things of that nature.
Calendar.
Our calendar, that will allow us to set voice reminders and appointments. Those appointments will, you can set as many as you want, and you will label them with timestamps and things of that nature. And if let's say we wanted to activate a menu,
Clock.
that's where we're going to use our
Settings.
action button, which again is right up on the right side of the device, on the right shoulder, if you will. We're going to press that.
General settings.
And again, now we're in the settings menu where we'll have various options as we use our right action wheel.
Set time and date.
We can go through them.
General settings.
And again, there's only 2 options in here, it would appear.
Status.
And our status, that's going to be where our battery level indicator is. And
Customize main menu.
that is where we would customize that main menu. I was again going to mention the Eyepal ROL does have an AC power adapter, and it also has an internal battery. So one can use the device for up to about 4 to 5 hours on that internal battery once it is charged. You can also use it while it's plugged into the external AC adapter. Now what we're going to do is we will be using the OCR function to read a printed document. This will come in handy for anybody who would like to read their mail. I use it on a daily basis for reading mail, also to read magazines, I will often take out menus home and scan them so I can look at the menus as opposed to having to actually go to the restaurant and have someone read that to me. So we're going to line the document or the piece of paper up with the front of the device going long ways. So it's about, the device is the width of, an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. So we're going to line it up with the 11-inch side. And once we've done that, we're going to press that camera button, which is directly below our volume knob on the top of the device, and it's going to begin the OCR process. We'll hear a series of clicks, and then we'll hear the camera. And now it will process, and it will begin to read the document.
Benjamin Franklin, 1706 minus 1790. I think it is fair to say that Benjamin Franklin was the most versatile genius in all of history.
That is a very good point. Now what I had done was, once it had started reading, on this top series of buttons, I had hit the middle button in the middle of the arrow keys on the left side of the top of the machine, and that will play and pause the reading back of the document. So if I press that center button again,
History. It is astonishing, but true that Franklin had highly successful careers in at least 4 quite separate areas.
And I press that center button again to pause speech. As we can see, the accuracy is phenomenal. It is extremely accurate with printed material and documents. I have used this for quite a while, and it is extremely reliable, and it really does bring the printed world to me. Once we are reading a document, we can use we can navigate through it. It doesn't just have to read the entire thing back at once. So I'm going to use the up arrow, which will always take me to the top of the document. Again, that's on the left side of the machine.
Benjamin Franklin, 1706.
Now that is going to be the very top. The bottom arrow will take me to the bottom of the document. And what I like is also the left and right arrows are going to move me word by word. So as I use the right arrow,
1706.
and
When
it will,
I think it is fair to say.
that is a very nice feature because it allows one to isolate words and find certain phrases, especially if one is reading a menu or something of that nature. The right action wheel is going to bring us down line by line.
It is astonishing, but true that Franklin had highly successful careers in at least 4 quite separate areas.
And when I go down again, it's going to read the next line.
Business, science, literature, and politics.
And again, at this point, if I needed to play or pause, I could do that. If I want to increase or decrease the speed, I can use the left scroll wheel. Another feature of the Eyepal ROL is it allows one to save multiple pages. So if you had a book to scan, you could easily do that. In order to do that, we're going to press our action button, which is the right button on the right shoulder, with the button on the left, the back button. We're going to press the action button slightly before we press the back button.
Save.
And it's going to say save. And again, we can use our scroll wheel on the right side to go down our options.
Open. Delete.
So we're going to go back up to save.
Open. Save.
We're going to press our action button on save.
Save without voice label.
And this will give us options. We can either save it with, if we do save the document without a voice label, it's going to basically put a timestamp. It will say the date and time that we saved it.
Save with voice label.
Saving with voice label allows us to, we can give a 5-second voice clip to the document.
Save book.
And save book. That is what we would select if we have multiple pages to scan. At that point, we would be able to simply either take another sheet of paper or turn the page and just start scanning the book, and it's going to process all of those pages in one document. As you can see, the Eyepal ROL is a very nice device which allows one for easy access to OCR technology wherever they may need it. The device is very lightweight, and it also comes with a carrying case. It also has a handle on the back of the device which allows for one to move it around their home or to easily move it around a desk or table in an office environment. For more information about any of our products that we sell here at the Lighthouse, as well as the Eyepal ROL, you can feel free to reach our store at 1-800-919-3375. And again, the Eyepal ROL will sell for $21.95.